So Digital for Good.
Digital for Good.
Digital for Good.
We basically recognize students who are using Digital for Good.
There's so much news out there, and it's all the negative stuff of what these students are doing, but no one's showcasing what they are doing because they're doing such amazing work.
Digital for Good is the celebration, first and foremost. It really brings out the opportunity to highlight children, students, teens, young adults, people of really all ages who are doing good in their community through primarily online campaigns and really leveraging technology to be this platform for change and really show and highlight those people and celebrate them.
Everything from a blog to video content to nonprofits.
It's students who have created a podcast, Teenager Therapy, talking about the struggles of Gen Z and like what it's like to be a teenager, from having mental health conversations, talking about dating. It's students who are creating different apps to tackle different topics such as suicide prevention or access for people with disabilities.
I feel in my generation, I really grew up with the brunt of social media and never really had this even opportunity to see that it can be used in a positive light. So to see people who are even younger than me and a lot younger than me in some cases using technology and using the online community for such a force of good is just freaking sweet.
Nominations come out January 3rd for the students. And super excited to be able to get inspired because you're always like, how are we going to top these last winners? We'll announce the winners beginning of March. And then the actual event will be back in September.
And so our first day of the event is kind of our winner day. And the winners each get to do their pitch, which they'll follow up again on the actual summit day. And mentors from Visco, TikTok, Riot Games, Salesforce, Wellbeing Trust all get to kind of give them some feedback on their pitch to see how they can alter it for the summit day, but also connect with the project and connect with the student to be able to kind of work as a mentor with them to take their projects to the next level. And the second day, and so we get to really just hype up our winners and they get to do their pitches, and we have panels about digital wellness or mental health or hustle culture and these things that are super important. So we bring in different keynote speakers that are really important in the space and the conversations that we're having.
So in September, we're hoping we're going to be back in person at some tech company, and then we actually live stream it out to be able to get into classrooms, into companies, so they can have these like what we call watch parties.
We have like a power hour, so they can just get all the information, all the inspiration at once, and then catch our YouTube for the panels and all the other good stuff happening throughout the day.
So honestly, any student can nominate themselves. Sometimes that's the best nominations, when they nominate themselves because they know their project the best. But anybody can nominate any student because they've seen their work online. I mean, I always tell people, like, you can't compare somebody else's chapter 30 to your chapter 1. So even if you're just starting, like, what's the worst that can happen if you nominate yourself? It's like, worst thing that can happen is you get a no or you don't get a response. So put yourself out there, and you never know what's going to happen, right? That you're going to get some support, and then you get to learn, you're going to be around these people and be in this community of other awesome humans who are doing positive work. And I think that's the biggest piece that these people are getting out of it.
And so if you see, one of your friends who's doing something really good, maybe don't even tell them and just do it. They might not want to be nominated, but they're really doing something good, and it's not they might not recognize it, but Digital for Good and ICANHELP does recognize it. And so by doing it, they'll get the recognition that honestly they might not have been seeking, but that they deserve, and they'll really realize they deserve it once they just are able to share their story.
We want to celebrate your project no matter how big or small it is, because we're so excited that you're taking that step in making a change in the digital space. So please send in your nomination. Even if you don't get selected as a Digital for Good winner, you might get selected as a keynote speaker or a panelist or be in our student voice webinar. So we just want to help you and celebrate your project and your progress you've made so far, and figure out what we can do from our end and from our connections within the digital space to take your project to the next level.